You were listening to WMXM 88.9 FM, broadcasting live from Lake Forest College in the Lake Forest, Illinois. Listen online at WMXM.org and call us at 847-735-6038 to make a request or comment. You're listening to Tucker Talks here. Lake Forest College Radio, first show of the year. We want to welcome our guest, Charles Courtney. Go by Charlie?
Actually, I go by Tumnus, but...
What Tumnus?
I guess it's good to see right now if you can look at it, but my beard grows out in this like weird fashion around my chin ever since I was a freshman. The late and great Jared Rusk went and named me Mr. Tumnus, and so it stuck, and everybody just calls me that, especially on the team. So
awesome. So you're a senior kicker, punt, and kickoff.
Well, actually, right now I'm only doing kickoff and field goal. I've decided to relegate some of the power to Michael Bounds as the punter and Sam Pluchek, and I've decided to take more of a leading role in the kicking roles on the team.
That's awesome. So last Saturday you were 6 for 6 on extra points, 29-yarder and 30-yard field goal, and you totaled 12 points, tying Pat Dune's second place most points scored by a kicker in a game record at the school. You were also mentioned as the Midwest Conference Performer of the Week alongside Joey Valdivia, who we'll see soon. Just what's it like to hold this title for the week? I
don't really look at it as a title at all, actually. I look at it as just finally going out there and doing what everybody is expecting of you and what I expect from myself. And really, when it comes down to it, the boys are going to go out there and they're going to score the points, and it's up to me to put myself, or when they put me in the position, to go out there and make sure that we get those extra points. And so it just feels good to be perfect and have a perfect day, and I plan on having more of them.
That's awesome. So I also want to touch base on the last game, the first game of the season versus Beloit. Didn't go so well, but you were able to turn it around for this game. How were you going through that week of practice after that game of Beloit?
I think it had to do with just trusting myself and trusting my form, and going back on film and seeing and tweaking things like my plant foot and figuring out exactly what I needed to do to trust myself in the game. And come Saturday, I had found it in practice during the week, and I had started hitting the ball higher, cleaner, and I think that I grasped onto it well during the game, and I trusted myself.
Here, Joe, come have a seat right there, man. Just want to welcome to the show Joey Valdivia. Welcome, Joey. You're a senior running back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So Joey rushed for 252 yards, and you were also named the Performer of the Week for the Midwest Conference. What's it like holding that title?
I have to give a shout out to the O-line. They came out and played and performed well. All I have to do is follow their blocks and do what I can do. You know, without them, there would be no me. So I have to give a shout out to the O-line.
Under this article that was posted in the website, they were mentioning your total 2,877 career rushing yards, only 45 shy of the record. Do you keep track of those records? Do you care about the records? What are you focused about right now?
I'm just focused on our next opponent, which is Lawrence. I don't really look at our records. I don't really care. I just care about who we're facing next, and getting that W is the most important thing for me.
Last year, Lawrence was a close game. Not as close as Carleton was, but pretty close. What do you take from those kind of close games like those into the next game, and how do you want to improve?
Yeah, well, the coaches always say it's better to learn from a win than a loss, you know, and those close games it's more of a learning thing. I feel like you learn more from a close game than a blowout.
You see the extremes, like the worst of the worst and the best of the best all at once, and it just shows you like none of the whole spectrum of your team in a broader sense.
Who is one person that you look up to on the team?
I would say Coach Butts. Coach Butts is one of those guys who has an attitude where he just brings it every single day. It never ever changes, and he just constantly wants to get better, and he's just a workhorse. He just will bury his head in work, and I love it. And that's something I aspire, a characteristic I want to have.
Well, it's about time. I don't know if you want to be late for lab. But
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
no problem. You were listening to WMX. Make a request or comment. We just had Charlie Courtney on the show. Is to leave for class. And we have Joy Valdivia now in the hot seat. Joy, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
When you were down 28-14 at the start of the second half against Carleton, the coaches in the locker room are constantly bringing up, listen, if we want to win this game, we have to run the ball. When they're talking about running, they know the ball is just going to be given to you.
Yeah.
Do you build like pressure inside of you, or do you get excited, or you like get locked in?
I try to stay locked in. I'm kind of calm about it. For me, it's as long as the O-line does your job, it makes my life a lot easier, and if I get a little bit of space, I can make some moves and get some good yards. So I feel like just as long as our O-line does the job, and it makes my life just easier.
That's good. Let me show you a clip from the game. I want you to tell me what you're thinking about at this moment. And this is one of your running plays.
He's got it! He's got it! Go! Let's go! Go, Joey! Go! Yes! Go! Oh!
You like that one, huh?
What are you thinking at that moment? There's two guys coming at you, and you're like on the edge of the sideline. Do you like prepare and practice for kind of situations like that, like close?
I think just all the hard training that I do, during the week and the whole entire off-season just kind of prepares you for those type of moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I practice, and we do like the hand drills, like the stumble drill.
Yeah.
So in practice, so I think it definitely, what we do in practice definitely kind of shows when it comes to the game.
Gotcha. Finally, what do you feel was the biggest change-up going into the second half of the Carleton game?
I think the biggest change is just the team believing in themselves, and the offense believing in themselves, and guys just kind of bought in. They're like, we're not going to let this team beat us on our home field, and it was our first game on that home turf, so we definitely didn't want to lose on that, on the turf, and it was just being our first home game and the expectations that we had for the season. We just knew we had to go out there and play our best half.
Gotcha. Well, Joey, this is your second time being the performer of the week for the Midwest Conference. I'm sure we'll see you back here soon, but best of luck to you on the following Saturday's game against Lawrence, and be healthy through this bye week. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
Why not? She said, why not? Why not? Chilling in the breeze, waiting on time for nights like these. You can find me